Nothing is left of Abu Sidibe's hut. It caught fire during the night.
This place I'm living, this is my house.
In 2014, Sidibe came to Spain from Ivory Coast to find work. He ended up in this slum near the town of Lepe, Andalusia, along with up to 1,000 others. Fires occur frequently due to the flammable building materials, gas canisters, and 40 degrees Celsius heat.
It costs money. You need to pay plastico, you need to buy many things to face one, We'll be trying to look for to the city to come to building again.
Abu's dream of a better life in Europe has become a nightmare. He has no residence permit, and now he has no home. He can only work illegally on one of the many fruit and vegetable plantations.
You don't have no right to work here. You don't have no money to say that or live in a house. To say that every month you need to pay the house money, you don't have that one.
His friend Moda Abibou Cisse is in the same position, except he's a newcomer in Spain, having recently arrived from Senegal. He lives in this hut. He says the routes taken by refugees to Europe are always changing. Currently, entering Europe via the Western Mediterranean seems to be the safest.
The route from Libya to Italy has lots of problems. It's almost like a war. You can get killed. So now, many of us are coming to Spain through Morocco.
The numbers of migrants coming into Spain are currently at a peak. And Spain is still dealing with the effects of its economic crisis, making the rising numbers of refugees a political issue.
They have to be pretty desperate to take on the journey in the first place. But I don't think they should bring them here. They should help them to do better in their own countries.
Spain's new government is taking a lenient stance with migrants, but the right-wing conservative opposition is in disagreement. And the Spaniards are worried.
So many immigrants could cause us problems. That's just how it is. Spain is a country with high unemployment. There's just not enough jobs for so many people.
Other Spaniards see things differently. Antonio Abad volunteers for an aid organization and supports migrants like Abu any way he can. He helps Abu plant vegetables and takes care of red tape. Antonio sees the refugees as an economic factor. The plantations in the region couldn't get by without them.
Thanks to these people, many others are getting rich. The immigrants live off what little money they can earn, so they're cheap labor. They have to put up with everything and never complain.
Antonio thinks they can be proud of what they've accomplished so far, but most of them are ashamed to be living in a slum in Europe.
They don't want their families to see them living here in these conditions. That's logical. You can understand that. I don't think they ever lived like this in Africa.
Abu Sidibe is not ashamed. On the contrary, he wants people to know what's really happening in Europe. And he's not ready to give up on his dream of a better life.
God helped me. I moved in Morocco to enter in Spain. Now I'm living here. Sometimes I go to work to get small money to send to my family in Africa to help myself here. Man, I'm thinking that for my future will be changed here.
Eventually, once he's saved enough money, Abu Sidibe intends to return to the Ivory Coast. My son needs me, he says. All of Africa needs us, but that's in the future. Right now, he's got to figure out where he can sleep tonight.